RVBN, The Rich Video Blog Network, home to weekly NFL predictions, great personality profiles, great professional wrestling video blogs, great sports video blogs, great MBTA video blogs, great entertainment video blogs, plus tons more. A collection of my work goes back to June of 2014 on various social media websites. RVBN, the only video blog on the internet that matters. Time now is 7:52 in the morning, Billerica, Massachusetts. It's about 33 degrees out. Going to be a mix and sun and clouds today. Maybe some rain showers, but temperatures in the 40s. So there's no worries about snowfall in Massachusetts, but in the Berkshires and the Green Mountains and the White Mountains, some snow showers. Some news to report on the RVBN Newswire. The Tampa Bay Lightning beat the Boston Bruins by a score of 6-3. 4 losses in a row by the Bruins, and the Bruins are slowly fading out of a playoff spot. The annual collapse at the end of the year. It's a tradition now, which is not good at all. Bruce Cassidy called out Tuukka Rask goaltender, the number one Bruins goaltender. Bruins are not going to make playoffs, and there'll be a lot of changes for the Bruins next year. Cam Neely and Don Sweeney have to get their resumes updated, because Jeremy Jacobs is going to say to them when they don't make the playoffs for the third straight year, "You're fired." That's one of Vince McMahon's famous sayings. The Bears signed quarterback Mark Sanchez to a contract, and Gonzaga, Kansas, Oregon, and Xavier advanced to the Elite Eight. And the NCAA Men's Basketball Tournament Sweet 16 continues tonight on CBS and TBS, hosted by Greg Gumbel and Ernie Johnson. And that's about it on news from the RVBN Newswire. Be back in flash with my first video blog subject of the day. Get out. You're so sweet, 'cause they're cute. The more the merrier. Go find something to do. I know. Wanna put a wager on that, Richie? I'm doing good. I don't care about game shows. Are you writing a book? Great quotes only on RVBN. Time now 7:55 in the morning. I'm back. My first video blog subject of the day is about the top 10 personalities at ESPN that might be let go during the near future. The worldwide leader in sports, ESPN, announced recently that there's going to be a lot of layoffs, and this time it's going to be on the talent side. ESPN's been making some major cuts the past few years. About a couple of years ago, they made cuts to the production side and letting go longtime stats producer Howie Schwab, who was famous for Stump the Schwab. Anyway, the talent cuts probably be happening sometime in the near future, and here's the top 10 ESPN personalities that might be cut in the near future, let go, and laid off. Number 10 on this list is most of the NFL analysts. ESPN has just too many NFL analysts. It seems that they have hundreds and hundreds of them. I think ESPN needs to cut most of them. Maybe only keep around 10 to as much as 12 at most. Number 9 on this list of the top 10 ESPN personalities that might be let go sometime in the near future, laid off. Doug Collins, who is an analyst on NBA programming, especially NBA like pregame show. Doug Collins is a former player and coach of the NBA, but he doesn't fit in with ESPN. I never thought he was an ESPN guy to begin with. Number 8 on this list of the top 10 ESPN personalities that might be laid off in the near future, Linda Cohn, who hosts Sports Center, but she's basically banished to the weekends hosting Sports Center. She hosts the Rangers games for ESPN 98.7 in New York. Linda's been with ESPN for over 25 years, but I would not be surprised if she's one of the talents to be cut, let go. Number 7 on this list of the top 10 ESPN personalities that might be let go soon is Jay Crawford. Jay Crawford used to host ESPN First Take. Then he moved to Sports Center, hosting the morning Sports Center. Now he's banished to weekends, which it's not good at all. It could be a sign that Jay might be the next one to get laid off. Number 6 on this list of the top 10 ESPN personalities that might be let go due to a layoff sometime in the near future, Kenny Mayne. Kenny Mayne basically does some pieces for NFL Countdown and ESPN Sports Center. He used to host Sports Center a lot, but his appearances on ESPN have been few and far between, and with ESPN in the cutting mast, his position might be let go. Number 5 on this list of the top 10 ESPN personalities that might be let go when ESPN does their talent cuts, Barry Melrose. Barry Melrose is the NHL analyst, and ESPN does not have the rights to carry NHL games. He appears on Sports Center mainly when the playoffs are starting, and I would not be surprised if ESPN Sports Center just does away with covering the NHL period, and Barry Melrose would be shown the door. He'd be laid off. That would be good if he is, so he could join NHL Network. Number 4 on this list of the top 10 ESPN sports personalities that might be let go in the near future, Steve Levy, who basically appears on ESPN Sports Center late nights, and he does some college football, and Steve's been with ESPN for over 20 years, and I think ESPN might be cutting back on people who've been there a long time. Number 3 on this list of the top 10 ESPN personalities that might be let go in the near future, Bob Lee. Bob Lee's been with ESPN since it started in 1979, but with Chris Berman, another ESPN for lifer, scaling back on his role, I wouldn't be surprised if ESPN kind of lets go Bob Lee. I think he's close to retirement age, and with ESPN probably going into a different direction with a cost-cutting mode, I wouldn't be surprised if Bob Lee takes an early retirement. Number 2 on this list of the top 10 ESPN personalities that might be let go, Mike Patrick. Mike Patrick's been a long-time play-by-play announcer for the NFL and college football and college basketball. He's getting up there in age, and I wouldn't be surprised if ESPN maybe works out a deal so he could take an early retirement, kind of like a softening layoff. And number 1 on this list of the top 10 ESPN personalities that might be let go sometime in the near future, Dick Vitale, Dickie V, baby. Dickie V's been with ESPN since 1979, but his appearances are being, he's been scaling back a little bit. Wouldn't be surprised if ESPN maybe gives him a retirement package soon, or maybe he'll do the Chris Berman role where he's a commentator for life, appearing in special events. But wouldn't be surprised if Dickie V's let go. That's the business, because ESPN's now probably wants to go younger. A lot of people says they should get rid of Max Kellerman or Stephen A. Smith or Michael Smith or Jamel Hill, but ESPN's invested millions and millions of dollars in those personalities. Some people say they're not great or they suck, but ESPN's probably committed to them for a long time, unfortunately. I hope ESPN does not get rid of Michelle Beadle, L. Duncan, or Carrie Champion at all. That's about it on that. Be back later. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google Plus. 2 more video blogs coming for you. One will be about Borica's Vietnam Veterans Park. And the third and final video blog tonight will be about the WWE House Show card from Madison Square Garden on July 25th, 1987. Keep calm, everybody. Julie Button Guy, Hollywood's Love, WCCO accents, nice like Elizabeth Hot, so stunning, she's best, Amy Squeezy, awesome Amy, Linda Church of WPI, Channel 11 in New York, Saturaki, Cougars, got the best Bobby Gibbs of ABC 11 has sweet southern accent, best legs from Raleigh, North Carolina, Lisa Bell of New 6, Orlando, Florida, has 4th best legs in Orlando, Florida, and Sarah Walsh of ESPN Sports Center has best legs on ESPN. Bye now.